Hey guys, Bix back here for a new video, and today we're back here on Mind Lounge, and we have a really good episode for you guys. In this episode, I'll be talking about how the economy broke, how people dupe, everything like that. Also, I'll be showing you guys how to make that farm behind me, and, etc. So, if you guys do enjoy the video at any point, please leave a like. It'd mean the world to me if you guys could get this video to 20 likes. Also, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. We recently passed 450 subscribers, so we did actually hit our goal for the month. Well, the month of March, that is. We actually hit 450 by the end of March. So for this month, I would like to see us hit 500. And for a little bit of a motivation, if I hit 500 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. Like, it depends on how much money I have by the end of the month, but as of right now, it looks like I might do an Optifine Cape giveaway, or I could do a Bad Lion Cosmetic giveaway. So if you guys would be interested in any one of those, try to get some of your friends to subscribe, because once we hit 500 subscribers, I will start doing the giveaway. So yeah, and let's get right into the episode, guys. Okay guys, so we're back here in the Mars realm on Mind Lounge, and of course, like always, there's been a lot of changes since last episode, because I play this server 24/7 and I have no life. So if you look at the side of the screen and you look at my scoreboard, we have 3.35 billion value, and of course that's because of iron golems being fixed in value. I didn't actually boost me up that high. Then, of course, not 3.5 billion, 3.35 billion, but it did raise me up to about 200 million value. And, of course, iron golems, like I said in the last episode, are an investment. And the more iron golems you place, the more money you're gonna make. I ended up getting enough money to actually buy about 25,000 iron golem, which is crazy. But I'm going to talk about kind of how the economy on this server, well, of course now it's, it's back to being centered around iron golems. I'm going to talk about how the economy broke and kind of why this, makes it so no one can ever catch up to Istop people. Because if we look at Istop, we of course we go to number 10. Number 10 only has 26 million worth, which is not a lot compared to what I have. 159 million, which is a little bit higher. 178 million, 220 million, and then there's 1.6 billion, which I'll talk about this later. I'll talk about this account right here. And then, it continues to go up. There's me, of course, up here. So, guys, I don't think there's any way, if you ever played on the server, that you would catch up, but if you want to play for fun, you can. I mean, unless you dupe, then you could probably catch up. Guys, please don't dupe. Please don't dupe. I don't want you to actually dupe on the server, because there's enough dupers as there are already. So, as there is already. I'm sorry, bad wording. But I'm going to talk about how the economy broke now, because I've probably already recorded this video like 3 times. I've already tried 3 times. Okay, so if we look up here, you'll see this new farm. It wasn't here last episode. And this is actually a cow farm. So, you might be asking, Bix, why did you make a cow farm? Like, cow farms are, like, they don't really cost a lot. And they shouldn't be making a lot of money. But I'm gonna what if I told you that a cow farm could make 8 million per minute? And you would probably call me crazy. Like, you would say, Bix, you are crazy. But I'm gonna tell you, like, a few days ago, I wouldn't be crazy, because steak, if we look in the shop, would be going for, well, it's not in that shop, okay, I'm kind of dumb. So it used to be going for 5 per steak, which made it so every cow would be dropping a lot of steak, because cows actually drop about like 3 uncooked steak per cow. And with the multiplier, because there's actually a multiplier that you can use on the server, like you can buy it. Well, it's not like actual like IRL money. But if you do /is upgrades, you can upgrade them like mob drops, how much mob drops you get from each mob, which means you'd be getting 9 steak per cow, which means you would, like, since cows are so cheap, if you place down, per se, Sugar Mochi you know, is top number 5. He had about 70,000 cows. You could be making about like 6 to 7 mil per minute. And that was just overpowered. You didn't have to pay a lot of money for that many cows. And it just made it so the economy pretty much crashed. Like anyone involved in the cow like farming thing just rose, like skyrocketed in value. And of course it's been patched now. Like I just showed you the recent price. But yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna talk about, you know, dupers. Dupers on the server are actually really common. Like a lot of people actually get busted for duping like every so often because of, you know, recent patches. But before the patches, people wouldn't really get caught that often. And I'm going to be talking about the people who took advantage of that to like the fullest. I believe these people have duped. I do know that they actually watch my videos because I guess I've acquainted them. By the way, they don't give me stuff because I make all my money legit from this little small farm right here. So don't accuse me of duping. But okay, so we're gonna look at his top number 1 and 2. So his top number 1, I'm just gonna say it. You obviously duped. Look what I can do. I know you're probably watching this episode, and you're like, oh, I don't trust Bix anymore. You might like me coming out with this, like me, someone that I guess you watch. Well, you've only watched 1 episode, but pretty much I'm just calling you out for duping, man. Like the reason that you have a book on your island, like Fallout 76 said that you had a book, and you even said yourself that you had a book on your island, makes it really suspicious because back when Fallout 76 said he found a book with Chinese characters, the book dupe thing was not completely patched. And you even said yourself you had a book with a lot of pages on your island, which I don't think a lot of people use books on this server. Well, specifically books and quills. So I'm going to tell you what the book dupe pretty much does. Pretty much all you need to do is fill up about, you know, the max amount of pages in a book and quill, which is 50, I believe. And you would fill each of those pages with Chinese characters. Fill them up with Chinese characters. Pretty much what it would do it would like dupe a whole chunk. Like it would make it so there would be like, I don't know, it would update a chunk enough to make it so the stuff in like chests and stuff, I don't know how the dupe actually works, but it would be able to dupe lots of spawners. And that's how I believe that Look What I Can Do got a lot of his spawners at the very beginning. And that's how he's up there now. Like, if he hadn't duped spawners at the very beginning to maybe like 2,000, he wouldn't be where he is now. And I'm going to tell you about his excuse. But okay, going back into this Look What I Can Do's excuse. So Look What I Can Do, of course, told us that he did have a book with about 50 pages, which, you know, added up to Fallout 76's description. But besides that, Look What I Can Do said that it didn't have Chinese characters, but in fact that the book had logs. Pretty much what he said he was logging in this book was how much money he was making. And if you ever look at ban appeals like on any server or anything like that, you would know this is one of those bullshit excuses. No one does this. No one uses a book and quill on a economy server or any Minecraft server really, unless it's like SMP or anarchy server. So this is probably the most bullshit excuse I've ever seen for having a book that has 50 pages. So I'm just saying that, yeah, Look What I Can Do. I'm sorry, you're probably duped. Like, if you come out about it now, I wouldn't like be really surprised. Like, please just come out about it, because you're about to get like $250 because of you duping. And I just don't think it's fair to someone like me who's been grinding out for longer than you. So please, if you're watching this episode, just come out about it, man. Like, I just need you to come out about it. Okay, so we're gonna get into his top number 2. His top number 2, he has a very interesting story, but I'm just gonna narrow it down to like maybe like 2 minutes. So Six Boss and Poseidon Plays, they are both the same person. So is Get Wi-Fi. Like Get Wi-Fi. So Poseidon Plays, of course, is his top number 2. His Six Boss account what used to be his top number 2, I believe, or his top number 3, because of a dupe. Again, duping. Because Poseidon Plays, or Six Boss's island mate on that island, at least, because he had multiple islands at that point, had actually duped. His name was I'm Above You, so if you're watching this video and you know who I'm Above You is, like, of course you know that he duped. Of course, that's why he's banned. And pretty much what happened is I'm Above You got banned, and Six Boss joined Poseidon Plays Island. And as soon as Six Boss actually joins Poseidon Plays Islands, which they're pretty much, they are the same person. So Poseidon Plays Island just skyrockets in value, and no one really knows how. Like, he just started making a ton of money. This was also around the same time as the cow economy kind of took place, or the cow economy break. You know, that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna make it like a FitMC video. But the cow economy break, I feel like, kind of led to some of his value as well, even though he didn't even have any cows on his island. And I'll explain that now. So if we look at his top, and we look at Shugamochi's island, someone who took advantage of this cow economy, we see someone on his roster called Get Wi-Fi, which I've already said is Poseidon Plays. That is actually Poseidon Plays. And when we were in a call with Poseidon Plays, we found out something else about how he got a lot of his money. So apparently he was stealing money from Shugamochi's island, and that is inciting, of course. Like, if you're any kind of factions or Skyblock player, or even prison, like if you play on Vanity, you can incite on there. But he was giving money from that island to his main island, Poseidon Play. And his excuse for that is that he had his, well, of course, he has his own farm on that island to actually get money. But that money, like, usually people put the money that they make on their island towards their own island, not someone else's island. So pretty much he was taking money from their island. Alright, so after that rant, I kind of want to show you guys how to make this farm, specifically this one right here, because I didn't really explain how to make this farm right here, and I feel like some of you guys might have some questions about this one. So, you know, we're just gonna go right into it. So if you can see, you know, of course the iron golems fall into that little lava pit and they die. Well, I'm gonna tell you about how you get that to happen. So what you want to do, if we actually turn off mob sounds real quick. So if we look around, all the water is flowing in. That's one thing you want to do. Also, if you press F, well, if you're using a chunk border mod, which I highly suggest when making this farm, you want this to be specifically one chunk. It can only fit in one chunk, because you want them all to go into a void chest or whatever chest system you're using. Okay, the next thing you want to do is making multiple different pillars of spawners. For this server, you can't really make multiple pillars. You can only make, like, well, you can make like a few. But if you were to move this out like maybe 1 or 2 blocks, iron golems would spawn on the outside, which of course means you're losing money. So you want them to, like, you want all the spawners to be close to the center. And the next thing you want to do is you want to make it so the water, of course, does not cover the lava. Because, of course, you know what happens when water covers lava? It turns into stone. So what you want to do for that is you're going to want to place fence gates in here. And you want to put water on the sides like here, so no iron golems actually get stuck on, you know, get stuck in maybe a current. Because sometimes, I like before, on the farm, I used to have it so, like, this water source and this water source would push right here, and it wouldn't actually move them into the center. So what I did is I put multiple different water sources, like right here and here, and pretty much it would push all the water towards the center, and that would make it so iron golems would all go into that little center lava thing, just like how you see this one going in there now. And it, you know, it just helps you maximize profit, and you just don't lose profit at all. And of course, you have the eye chest down here. You also have, you know, of course, the little room. You want to have signs for lava, of course. That's what you want to do. Also, I think I have the right to speak about this, but I feel like the only good spawners on the server are creepers and iron golems. Those are the only two spawners you should really be going for. Well, you should only really go for creepers in the beginning to get your money for this iron golem farm. But besides that, you shouldn't really go for any other farms. And if you look in shop, like another farm people have been going for is Endermen. They drop pearls. Each one sells for 16 per. But I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't work. Because Endermen have a chance of dropping 0 to 1 pearls. So they have a chance of not even dropping anything. Which means they can lose you a lot of profit because you know, Endermen, you know, they actually do get you a lot of money. I mean, no, they cost a lot of money. So pretty much, you know, Endermen cost a lot of money, and they don't make you a lot of money back because Endermen, even on a booster, get you about 0 to 3 pearls, which still isn't a lot. And Endermen only spawn 1 Enderman per spawner. And for iron golems, the reason why this thing is so worth it is because iron golems, for each spawner you see right here, it spawns in 3 iron golems. So for each one of these little pillars, is each one of them, every single one of them have over 4,000, they'd be spawning in 12,000 iron golems. Also, iron golems have no chance of dropping 0 resources. No matter what, they always drop something. They always drop iron, no matter what. They never have a chance of just not dropping iron. Because if you look at like a wiki or anything like that, it'll say that iron golems drop 3 to 5 iron, no matter what. Like, there's no chance for a 0 drop. The only thing that can really drop 0 of from an iron golem is a poppy, because poppies do drop from iron golems. They can either drop 0 to 2 poppies. So that's kind of what makes iron golems just really overpowered, is the fact that they spawn so many per, you know, spawner, and they never have a chance to drop 0 resources, unlike magma creams and endermen. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. Also, you 60% that aren't subscribed and watch my videos, subscribe already, please. Subscribe. I don't get why people just don't subscribe to people they watch. It might be because they're kids, but I don't know. But anyways, guys, I feel like I'm all fresh out of content for this realm, at least. There's nothing really to do on here. Besides, like, you guys saw today's episode. I only talked about dupers and breaks in the economy and what farms, or how to build this farm, how to build that farm, and what farms just don't work. So, guys, I've been informed that, yes, there's going to be another realm, but it's going to be out in a month. So I think I'm all fresh out of content for this server at the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do moving on from this, because there's nothing I can really do. So you're probably going to see us stop in these kind of videos. Maybe I'll start recording on a faction server, if I can find one, that is. I mean, I don't know if any of them will try to partner me or anything like that. I want to try to find a player base that doesn't die in the first week, because that's kind of what happened with this server. I mean, the only people who really even play like on this server are people who are really competing, because there's, you know, people like It's Nate, Gigamochi, Poseidon Plays, Look What I Can Do, and myself. Those are the only people who play. So yeah, guys, I'm all out of content, and I'll just see you guys all later. Bye.